You see, Didi, what got me are all those.
My shower presents?
Wedding presents.
Aha, the gray monster up and at 'em.
Connie. But that's no excuse. You see, I was just out of line.
Well, you got that right.
Didi, I'm trying to apologize to you, please.
Why don't you just say that it's none of your concern who I marry?
You really want to pin me down, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Now you are being too hard on him. You're putting words in his mouth.
Pop, stay out of this.
All right, Didi, if that's what you want. Who you marry is none of my concern. I don't have anything to do with it.
All right, I got two witnesses that heard him say that, right?
Brian.
Right.
Excuse me, Brian, I know that you want to do right by Didi.
I can do right by myself. I'm a big girl.
Just wait a minute. I'm on your side.
Sorry.
All I want to say is that I've changed the way I look at the Buchanan situation.
He really likes Bo now, Brian.
Yeah, well, what about the rest of the family?
I think that, I'm very fond of Vicky. I think that if Clint is good enough to snag a fine woman like that, he's all right.
I don't hear you mentioning the old man. Didi, all I'm trying to tell you is that that man is going to make a mess out of your life. You just wait and see.
Can you believe this? The apology isn't even out of your mouth and you're at it again.
Didi, listen, you got to admit, I have a point. Harry, don't I have a point?
She knows what I think. I'm going to let it pass.
Huh. Okay, you see?
Would you two believe that Mr. and Mrs. Asa Buchanan are going to have Bo and me over for dinner this week?
Well, listen, honey, if you're going to marry a guy from Texas, you best learn to call it supper, okay?
Pecky. See what I mean? I give up. Don't you two have a game you're going to be late for?
Brian is my guest.
Oh, well, you're welcome to him. You know what, Brian? I'm not worried about Asa accepting me. He's going to have to because he loves Bo and he wants to hang on to him. Let's go see what's in the fridge. Here we go, gang.
Okay.
I'm sorry I kept you guys waiting. Hi, Brian.
How you doing?
So, see you later, guys. Oh, don't forget to catch me on TV, okay? I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Don't stay up for us.
Ooh, why is he like that? Brian? Didi, he's still wild about you.
Oh, he's probably held over the hospital or something, but I'm sure he's going to... As a matter of fact, here's right here.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Yeah, that's okay. Kim Lomax's in there waiting for you. He's a little bit antsy.
I'll tell him you're here, Doc.
Okay, thank you. There, if you got a second, I don't know if... I okayed J.J. Warren to work out with the team last week.
Right, I read that in the paper.
Right, well, I've gone ahead and lifted the suspension so he can play today.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, well, if Lomax out, we're going to have to rely on a passing game there, so we're going to really need J.J. How soon will you know about Kenny's shoulder?
No, Bo. I'm going to talk to him. If he says it's hurting that, he shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, but he's never going to tell you that, you know.
No. Listen, about being late, I just came from the hospital. I spent some time with Delila.
Was she pregnant? The transplant worker? Don't even, no, never mind, don't even tell me.
Look, it's rough right now. Maybe if you get a chance, you give her a call.
Right.
I ought to go upstairs, maybe, and fix my face.
Your face is fine. Always has been.
Thank you. You're very sweet, you know that? I can see why Sam loved you so.
What do we have to do to get a waiter around here?
You know something? I haven't had a drink in 2 weeks. Because I thought, just in case I was pregnant. I know that it wouldn't help, though.
It never does.
You promise that you won't notice if I cry again?
Only if you promise me the same thing.
Why didn't it happen? Why couldn't it happen?
And if I had the answer.
Gary.
No. Man, I wanted to see. You got a second?
Sure, what's up?
You suggested that I look in on Cassie. Well, I found out what's going on.
Oh, you did? Well, she's got to get rid of that guy.
Yeah. Even if he was the boy down the street with his rob car and all. Anyway, I want to thank you for your concern. I'm headed over to see Cassie right now. I'll see you.
Mr. Kelton, did you tell Cassie that I talked to you about her?
No, actually, she came to me on her own when she found out who Rob is.
Well, What do you mean? Who is he?
Doesn't the name Coronel mean something to you?
Well, yeah. Well, Leo Coronel, the guy who was killed in Atlantic City, that was my uncle.
Well, that's what I thought. But he was also this kid's grandfather.
What? You telling me I'm related to that guy? He said he didn't know that the Coronels in Philadelphia. Listen, I'm really getting worried about Cassie now.
Yeah. Well, you see, he's afraid. Nobody knows why his grandfather was killed, whether it was part of a power struggle within the mob or...
Well, whatever it was, he's going to get stuck in the middle of it.
That's right.
And Cassie's going to be with him.
Got the picture.
Oh, man.
Well, I have to do what I can to protect the boy, but the sooner we get him out of my daughter's place, the better. I'll see you.
You're late. I thought dinner was going to burn.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I had to work an extra hour to make up for the long lunch.
So you met with my father. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, there was quite a reception waiting for me at Wanda's.
He brought Captain Hall?
My mother was sitting there in the same booth with your father. I mean, I couldn't... I had to wait for her to leave before I could even go up and talk to him. Cass, did you tell her that you'd seen me at Wanda's?
Yesterday, my father and I ran into her at the Vernon Inn, and she asked me how come I delivered the card that you sent her. And I guess I must have mentioned that I met you at Wanda's or something.
That's okay. She didn't see me. I hung around outside. Although I didn't get to speak to your father for very long because of it. So he's coming here tonight, all right?
Sure. Do you think he'll be able to help you?
I don't know. Maybe. Listen, Cass, there are a few things I want you to know before it comes, okay?
Okay.
First, I didn't tell him everything about myself. I told him about my grandfather, and he knows that I'm looking for the man who contracted the hit on him. But he doesn't know who my father is. I mean, the name Alessandro Cornell never came up, so I figured why mention Alex Crown?
So I shouldn't mention it.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't like lying to my father.
No. I'm not asking you to lie. I'm just saying don't volunteer anything.
All right. I mean, this has nothing to do with Bowden or the person who hired him, so... Or does it?
Oh, no, not at all. There's no connection, none. Ooh, that dinner smells great. What is it, anyway?
The Rinaldi residence.
Michelle?
Yes?
Pretend this is a wrong number, but it's your father. I want to see you. Meet me tomorrow at the warehouse on the Front Street dock.
I'm sorry, this is the Jenny and David Rinaldi residence. You have the wrong number.
Good girl. I'll see you at 6 there.
No problem.
Are you having a problem?
No.
Terrific. Then you must try one of my world-famous brownies. Since you didn't eat too much pizza. There you go.
How many calories? How many calories am I?
Who cares? Who's counting? It doesn't matter. Anyway, think of all the energy you're burning up doing all that homework. Or is that homework?
I guess I was just thinking.
About your dad?
No. I just remembered. Cassie invited me for dinner tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to sleep over, and right after school I can pack some stuff in a bag and go straight over there, and she even asked me to help her with the dinner.
Oh, well, that sounds like a lot of fun, but I think you ought to wait until it's not a school night.
Well, I can do my homework before I go.
I'm sure you could do that, but I think it's best to wait until it's the weekend, okay?
But I already promised her. She's counting on me. She expects me to go.
Michelle, I wish you had checked with me before. I'll tell you what, I will take the blame.
What are you doing?
I'm going to call her and explain to her.